On today's show, the custard cake tin gets custom plates. Is this a real photo? Is Supercar Blondie a real person? And I find the best place to take a leak in Bendigo, so let's go! Thank you to everyone who submitted suggestions for the custom plates. There are definitely some crackers in there that I almost went with. But I've decided to keep it clean and be perhaps slightly disappointing, that's what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, cue the unworthy suspense. Quick reminder that the intention of the naturally aspirated barra swap was to end up with a super reliable everyday workhorse that also means a lot to me personally and puts a smile on my face. With that in mind, I played it super safe with the plate combination and chose the year and the model of the car, 1979 XD. These numbers and letters are irrefutable facts, and while they're not super exciting or trendy, I feel they'll be just as applicable today as they will be a decade from now. Is this photo real? Yes, it is, but the cars aren't. These rather gobsmacking images are 100% the vision of 13-year-old autistic photographer Anthony Schmidt. His cars, his ideas, his photos on his iPhone. You can find these images and many more on his Facebook page, Anthony Schmidt Photography. The link is in the description. Unless you've been living under a rock, and let's face it, rock life is no way to live, you've heard of social media sensation Supercar Blondie. Her YouTube channel is doing just a little bit better than mine. And she has more Facebook followers than the entire population of Australia and Austria combined. Some time ago, Supercar Blondie, aka Alex, stopped by Lawbeck Luxury Cars in Port Melbourne, and I stopped by to say g'day, and I guess I should not have been surprised that several hundred other people also turned up. You may or may not have already formed an opinion on her, which might or might not be based on facts. I'm here to tell you what I thought of her. She's great. After a brief chat, I found her to be genuine, knowledgeable, funny, and quintessentially Australian with that take the piss wit and she'll be right mentality. After our brief chat, my inner child, which happens to also be my outer adult, got decidedly distracted by a bevy of childhood G-rated bedroom posters, so I got busy with my clicky and here's the Pickies. after seeing a slew of Italian supercars, I'm sure it's only natural to segue to an XD Falcon Coolant Leak. You see, I'd just completed some spirited depressions of the right foot on the acceleratrix. Then I pulled up at my mate Dewy's place.
Hey Dewy, get bent.
Only for the smarmy bastard to point out that the custard cake tin was excreting a green liquid that wasn't actualized envy. It was gathering and dripping from the passenger rail, and my antiquated, small brain couldn't locate the source. The next day, I took it to Bendigo Radiators, and he diagnosed it within a few minutes with his expert brain bits. It was the 42-year-old heater core, as evidenced by the wet passenger carpet, which I never thought to check. Typical, isn't it? Ford builds a car, and parts in it start to fail after almost half a century. Dodgy. In related news, the car hadn't had working air conditioning since I bought it, and the plan was always to have the airco fully installed by Dave and Dan at the car garage sometime soon. So we decided to bypass the heater core to get me back on the road worry-free, and we'll fix up all the climate control in due course. I'm actually very happy it had absolutely nothing to do with the barra swap. Plates, Anthony, Blondie, leaks. We're done. Okay, see you, bye. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe.